If you could live green, would you? I'm Nick Federoff, host of Things Green, where we introduce nuggets of green lifestyle from gardening, upcycling, answering your questions, sustainability, even discussing environmental issues. You can become more confident in making the right decisions for you and your family. So come along as we are Things Green. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. My eyes are burning so much. What's going on here, Steve?
It's pepper time.
It's pepper time. Hey, you know, this is really pretty interesting. I was at this park, theme park one time, and I'm not gonna give the name out, but it's in Florida, and they have this mouse with big old ears, and they had an area that was probably as large as your campus here. How big of an area is this?
The campus or my garden?
Your garden area.
My garden's almost 2 acres.
Yes, so I would say that the whole thing was nothing but peppers for about 2 acres.
It's amazing.
And I was about 100 yards away, and literally your eyes start to burn because the scent of the things that come out of these things. So there's a lot of different types of peppers around here, aren't there?
There's a lot of them.
Okay, what do we got? Oh, look at
There's
that!
a bell pepper.
Look at that!
And this actually is the red beauty, so it's not quite ripe, but it doesn't matter. You can still eat it.
How gorgeous that is.
And the great thing about peppers is there's more vitamin C in a pepper than an orange, and no sugars. So eat that. Good. You're good for a week. You will not get a cold, I promise.
Okay.
So anyhow, I like to emphasize with not only my students,
anybody
but
got a
my
hanky?
lecturers.
I need a hanky, and just in case.
Eventually that will turn red. But we can eat them green. But what we have here is these are all the mild peppers. And by mild, I mean 0 on the Scoville method.
Hold
and
on
that's
a second.
on you.
Okay. Scoville, check this out. He's dressed for the occasion. Scoville heat scale for chili peppers. So Wilbur Lincoln Scoville, he was born in the late 1800s. He passed away around 1944 or so. He was a chemist, and he is known for doing a lot of different things, but he's most famous for the Scoville heat scale. And what that is that it measures the amount of heat that is inside of a pepper. So for instance, I was able to take and I was able to eat this. In fact, I could even eat the seeds if I wanted to. I'm not going to, but you can eat the seeds, you can eat the whole thing. And what's really fascinating about it is that heat, when it comes off of peppers, is subjective. Because what's hot for you may not be hot for me, or vice versa. So that's what he ended up doing, was he ended up creating a scale. And the odd part about it is that, I don't know if we can see this on his shirt or not, but he does have Scoville. So if we were to, are we going to see jalapenos today? Okay, so we're going to see jalapenos. Jalapenos are 2,500 to 8,000 Scoville units. How in the world can that be? How could it be that way? Well, what he ended up doing is that he figured out that if you were to take sugar water and you're able to extrapolate the heat out of these peppers with an alcohol base, then what you do is you take human beings. All right, human beings actually taste this stuff. Human taste buds. I think he used 5 or 6 women, and what they did was that they took drop by drop, and they tasted all of the heat off of these peppers. So for one person, it took 2,500 drops in order for the heat to go away. But for another person, it took 8,000 drops until it went away. So the Scoville scale is measured on that, and it goes all the way down into the millions. It's amazing. So
If you look down here, you got pure,
Capsaicin.
and that's the genus of the peppers, by the way. So you're going from 0, bell pepper, which Nick just ate, and then we're going all the way down, even pepper spray. But as far as we grow here at the school, we go all the way up to the Carolina Reaper, which we'll talk about it at the end of this episode.
So somebody took pure capsaicin and they tasted it, and it took 15 million to 18 million times to taste it before it was sweet, or before there was actually no heat to it. That's pretty amazing. That's really amazing. Okay, so when did we plant these?
These were planted in early spring.
Okay.
And
you just now I know that you do a lot of things in the nursery, but you plant them by
if you're planting by seed, you want to get an early start, so you can plant them in the inside the house when it's a little warmer. Get your plants started and then get them in the spring.
Okay.
These are 100% organic.
Okay.
We do our own composting here, but we also purchase organic fertilizer, all OMRI, by the way.
Oh, by the way, let me tell you, and I saw their compost pile in the back. You had the kids over there. There's flies and everything, but when he showed me that beautiful golden stuff that he uses, there are no flies and it don't stink.
No, once it's done, it's good. It smells like soil, not dirt, soil.
About 6 months, right?
About 6
From
months.
start
Ours
to
take a
finish.
little bit longer. When you're doing compost, the more you turn it, the hotter it is, the faster. But
Where in the world, I saw the kids taking heads of cabbage and broccoli, and they would just throw it into, where do you get that stuff?
well, we have a couple food banks that when that food is not any good and it's rotten, they bring it over here.
Okay.
So we want to try to compost that. And you know, the state of California is doing a lot of new things now, new laws about recycling the compost, recycling any food products, and we're trying to be more sustainable. We love that word, sustainable, by the way.
Okay, so once you have the plants growing, the little itty bitty things, and you start watering them, you keep your soil moist, not wet, and you're looking at them, and all of a sudden you have these metal cages that grow around with them, right?
Yeah,
So,
the cages kind of keep them a little more sturdy.
Now, do you have to plant the cage, or do you?
Yeah, we're growing the cages, Nick. Now, when the plants are maybe about 6 inches tall, we stick the cages. It gives them a little bit more support. One of the keys, though, what we do at peppers, we really need to label them.
Oh.
And reason we label them, because you're going from 0 on the Scoville up to millions, and if they're not labeled, somebody's going to pick the wrong pepper. But we also, even with them labeled, I go and I have a schematic where I draw on them, and I have it, because one time somebody picked off all the labels. So that's called the teenage factor.
Oh.
Remember, I'm a high school teacher.
Yeah, you are.
So we want to be one step ahead of everybody.
Okay.
So this is our 0. This is the mild peppers. These are mostly bells, although we do have this really cool, this is a habanero pepper, but it's called the habanada, and there's no heat.
Oh, no kidding.
It's a sweet pepper.
Yeah. I don't.
One of these days, I'm going to trick you.
He's on fire.
One of these days, I'm going to trick you.
Yeah. Really?
No,
you're
not.
not kidding, right?
No, I wouldn't
But
do
it
that
looks
to
like
you.
it.
Yeah, I would. You know I would.
I've known
We've
it
been friends for a long time, huh?
I'm not too sure about this. All right, we're gonna
No,
try
there's
this.
nothing.
We're gonna
All
try
in
this.
here is very mild, no pepper. Then we move over to here. What do you think? It's got a good flavor to it, doesn't it?
Doesn't take like the bell pepper, that's for sure.
No.
Yeah, it's different.
Flavors, peppers are all different flavors.
Yeah.
But again, emphasize a lot of vitamin C in your peppers.
Okay.
Then we go down to the middle section.
Right.
This is, I call it
Let's
my
go over there.
middle pepper.
Uh-huh.
This is where you got the jalapenos, your poblanos, Anaheims, and these are all cayennes. These are all medium.
Okay, here you have one that has sun scald on it.
Yeah, the heat's been getting to
This
it
is
a
called
little
sun
bit.
scald right here. So you could actually take this, I'm gonna pick it up. You can take this, you can cut it off. There's nothing wrong with the pepper.
Cosmetic, I call it.
Yeah,
Same with
it's
tomatoes.
always
When
cosmetic.
tomatoes get the sun scald, cut it off. It's not a big
We
deal.
did a TV show once with you and I.
We
with your
did on tomatoes.
And that was like you had a bajillion of them going on.
So you
over
got
there.
some jalapenos in here, and you can eat your jalapenos when they're green, or you can wait till they get a little bit more red, orange. I don't know what this one is. Somebody took the label.
So you got
I have
a
to
lot
look
of
at my
different things
schematic.
in.
Oh, here.
More jalapenos, Anaheims. These are all Anaheims in here.
One time I had the kids were picking peppers and labeling them, and they wrote pepper hot because the label broke. But yeah, this is the meat. This is about as far as I go. I hit the jalapenos, the poblanos. You got great flavor and just enough heat to upset you.
So I'm gonna have to cheat. I'm gonna put it up on the screen. But Anaheim peppers, if you go to the store, you're gonna find another pepper that it's a different pepper, but it's actually an Anaheim. So there's two of them that have two different names, but they're exactly the same kind of pepper. There's no difference between them. It's just that the name
I think it's
is
the Fresno.
different. Is
Is it the Fresno and the Anaheim? They're very close.
I don't remember. They're very
I don't
close
either,
to each
but
other.
you're right. We can't know everything.
No, it's kind
Right?
of hard to do that.
I always tell people I know a little about everything, but I don't know a lot about one thing.
But
So.
Mrs. Things Green says I'm a smarty pants.
You
so
are.
I
You are.
must know.
But you know more about the Scoville than I do. I just learned a ton from you, which is great. So we go in from this. This is the medium. Then we
Medium
go.
stuff. Okay, so when you say medium, it's just the jalapenos.
This is right in the middle of the. I'm sorry. This is the right in the middle of the Scoville.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
So like I said, this is about as far as I go. You go in. Then we move over into here, and these are hot. These used to be the hottest pepper in the world. So you have the habaneros in here, and some of the Trinidad scorpions.
That's a Trinidad scorpion?
And
Oh,
here,
my.
there's a good one right here. Look at this bad boy.
Oh,
That's hot. That is hot.
I actually give a seminar on peppers. So if you ever come to look at my seminars, I talk about all these.
Okay,
Pretty
so
cool.
then these super duper hot. Look how beautiful they are.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
And they're still
Look how tall they are compared to the other ones too.
I know. It's interesting.
Okay, and there's hundreds of blossoms, so we're not even done with this.
What
yet.
I found with the hotter the pepper, the longer it takes. So in the season, whereas we get our bell peppers early, the jalapenos come, but the really hot ones, they take a little longer.
Okay.
So as
Now,
we go along.
Okay, so now do you leave the peppers, like for instance, you mentioned earlier about the jalapenos. They could be either be green, or you could actually leave them on the vine until they turn
red
Yeah.
and orange. It's same with all the peppers.
All of them are like
You could
that.
still, it's kind of like the green tomato, fried
Yeah.
green tomatoes.
Yeah.
We don't grow a green tomato, we grow a tomato, but when they're green before they turn red, you slice them and fry them.
Yep.
Same with the peppers. You're going to get a different flavor by eating them green as you would until they turn red or orange.
How beautiful
But
these
we like
plants
to do
are.
that.
We obviously have smaller varieties going on over here because they're not as tall as these. But for some reason, and I can't figure it out, how come the back of me is so hot right now?
I think we're just about time to change. Okay.
All right, so we're just about time over here. Okay,
Hold on.
Everybody hold on. We got a little surprise that's going to be happening over here, so we don't want you
dare
to.
show my-
No. We've got another thing that we're going to be doing over here.
All right.
For the record, you just lost your microphone. We got to get
I'm glad you're aware.
All right, so this is what we're doing. He's doing a wardrobe change. It's like a live change. Haven't you ever seen those magic acts where they just turn around and they have a new shirt that
We
goes
did
on?
it. That's why we're doing it.
That's what we should have done with you.
We are. You're editing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Someone's going to edit it.
Yeah.
They're going to make us look like heroes over here. This just proves that nothing
we
over
doing
here on
on
the show
time?
is contrived. Okay, so no, it's salsa.
Did you know, Nick, that there are no two salsas that are the same? Salsa is like a snowflake. If you were to take 10 people, give them the same recipe, every salsa is different. And every has a different flavor to it. And salsa is one of the most healthiest things you can eat.
It's all
I'm a
vegetable.
salsa freak. Yep, it's all vegetables. So what do you put in salsa? Onions, cilantro, peppers,
more cilantro,
tomatoes, more cilantro, more cilantro.
More cilantro.
And you know what I like to do? I like to add fruits.
Oh.
Mango.
And cilantro.
Okay, mango salsa is good.
And cilantro.
We've done lots of cilantro. By the way, the cilantro is just starting to grow.
I love cilantro.
Strawberries. We've thrown strawberries. We've done a peach salsa.
Oh.
So adding the fruit. And what I like about salsa is the different flavors.
So yeah, I was gonna say, how does that work? How does that pair? Does it pair properly with the fruit?
You got
The
all.
heat and all that?
You'll get the fruit, the heat, the onion, the cilantro.
Isn't that a
And-
conflict of interest though on the palate?
That's what's fun about it.
Really?
That's what makes a good. For me, tasting a good salsa, you get a good heat. It has to go away. If it lingers, for me, it's not that good.
Because I understand
then
that.
you taste the difference.
Because I understand people will take peppers and they'll put it in things like cocoa or chocolates like that, and that just, to me, I'm not even going to try that.
Hey, we've done honey. We used
peppers,
ghost peppers.
No.
Mixed it with the honey, and boom, you got that sweet, and then you got the heat.
Yeah, but what do you put that on?
Toast. You're a toast man, huh?
I'm a toast man.
I knew that. I'm not. I like bread.
Keto toast.
I like sourdough myself.
Okay, so what do we got over here?
All right, here we go. Now we're up to the hottest pepper in the world. Or a year or two ago, that's what they said. There's supposed to be 2 hotter peppers than the Carolina Reaper.
You know, they always
come up with
trying
more.
to up one.
So if we go down in here and we find...
You actually have some on the plant? Oh my goodness.
One.
Look how nasty that looks. Who would ever want to eat something like that? That's ridiculous. You got to be out of your mind.
So you see the little, I call it a thing, I don't know what it is, but that distinguishes that it is a Carolina Reaper. So these are Carolina
Reapers.
Reapers.
A belly button.
I also have some Ghost in here, but because it's the Carolina Reaper and I got a different shirt on. I don't have the Scoville thing anymore.
Yeah, it's way at the bottom.
So what we've got here is a Carolina Reaper. I've done this before.
Can I see one of those?
I swore I would never do it again.
Let me see this.
But I'm going to go ahead and take a bite.
No.
And this is real.
No
Live
kidding.
TV. I'm not lying.
You
it is a real
are
Carolina.
nuts.
I've got ammunition over here.
Wait. I'm coming over there, man. I'm taking a picture of this.
You're going to take a picture?
Yeah,
okay. All right, you guys ready?
All right,
here
let's
we go.
Let's see what happens over here. All right, I'm calling 911 right now.
I just ate half a Carolina Reaper.
You're crazy. How's that smell?
Chewing it? Swallowing it? And here it comes.
What is wrong with you? Oh my goodness.
It's hot. And if I say a bad word, can you bleep it out?
No, don't even try to say it. If you say it,
oh boy.
You knew what you were up against.
Here it comes.
We follow PBS Kids.
Oh my, I got ammunition over here.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so what are we going to do?
We're going to get some milk.
So milk helps, is that spoiled milk? It really doesn't matter, huh? She's got milk, she's got water. Water, doesn't water actually exasperate it? Oh no. Okay, cookies. Yeah, cookies. So you got all 30 million Scoville scales going through you right now. This is nuts. Maybe I should call that one. Now, for the record, we actually have all of Steve's class right here. They all have their phones out. It's pretty funny. What is wrong with you? Man, some guys will do anything for their 15 minutes of fame. You've been on the show before. It's okay. Okay, so what's it hitting? Because you're starting to turn colors.
What's bad?
Oh, jeez. I've seen people do stuff like this before, and they just end up ralphing all over the place, and it's you gotta watch out. So
I like spice, but actually,
much.
This was bad. This is helping the lime. Yeah.
Dude, he loved it. You got it right. Yeah.
How about a banana?
Oh, try a banana. I was going to start eating some of this. I didn't know what. I thought you guys were making me lunch. That's what I thought.
It's hot.
Okay, so here we have Mr. Steve List. He decided that he was going to ghost pepper, right?
No, that was a Carolina Reaper.
Carolina Reaper.
I can't even talk.
Carolina Reaper. I don't even know what to say, to be honest with you. Didn't you have another shirt you wanted to change into?
Can I do that?
Yeah, come on over here. Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry. He decided to do that by himself. Okay, so what happens is that if you take things that like milk and bananas and these are animal cookies that are inside here, and one of the students here suggested doing the lemon. Surprisingly, he liked the lemon the most, right? So I would never put together and pair lemon and milk. that right there just doesn't make sense to me. But I think when your face and your guts and your mouth and your throat and everything else on fire, I mean, he couldn't talk. He's turning colors. And, he took one for the team over here, which is really kind of cool.
I'm still turning colors.
But
dude, I survived the Carolina Reaper.
Listen to the voice.
It's still going on.
Oh my goodness.
I think you can see it's real.
Yeah, no, that is a real
This
thing.
is not staged or anything.
Oh. The only thing that was staged are his shirts that he wore. Oh,
we flipped it around, but I'm the shirt dude. Sylmar Agriculture Learning Center. Don't do this at home, people.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Don't even try something like this. There has never been anybody known to die from eating peppers that are too hot, but there are people that have been known to have their stomachs get holes burned in them and their intestines and such. That's a real thing. So you have to be careful. You really have to be careful about it. There are people who have actually bit the pepper, and there's one guy that's actually known for eating the most hottest peppers. I don't know if they were the Carolina Reapers or what they are. And what's really interesting about these things, that's a common name for these peppers. But normally, once they start getting into the higher numbers, peppers get into high numbers, they give them numbers like NF 24 or RG 30. Are you all right?
No.
No?
I'm working it. But
anybody know the number for 911? Yeah, 911.
But you know what? What happens after you eat the pepper?
What happens? I don't want to know what happens after you eat the pepper. What happens?
Euphoria.
Oh.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you get a type of high off of that. And I'm starting to feel it.
Right.
Yeah, interesting. Actually, there's a Homer Simpson's episode where Homer eats about 20 or 30 of them. He goes into La La Land.
Oh,
I'm not going to be eating Carolina Reapers to get high. Believe me, no way. But I do feel this sense of euphoria.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was wondering why your feet aren't touching the ground.
It's finally going away. So that wasn't too bad. What was it, about 5 minutes?
Yeah, at least. Something like that.
Would I do it again? No. Next year I'll probably do it again.
Yeah, well,
this is the second time.
Some people are glutton for punishment. So you did the milk, you did the water, you did the cookies, you did the lemon, you did the nanner.
Chocolate.
Oh, you did the chocolate too?
I did chocolate too.
Okay,
I
so
think what worked, the banana, the lemon, and the cookies. You're right, the water didn't do it, the milk didn't do it. But it's still there.
Okay.
It's still.
And then on an ending note over here, if you guys, here, this is for all the students. Got a whole bunch of students over here. You guys, I want to know how to peel a banana. You don't peel it like this, because you're not going to ever see anybody in the wild doing that. You squeeze the top like this, of the opposite end, and then you peel it. That's how you do it. Did you know that?
Yeah, but I never do it that way.
It's a good. Wait, how do you
common
do it?
sense is do it this way.
That's not common sense.
But mine it was faster.
I don't get.
But that's the wrong way.
Who's going to eat a banana like that?
Me.
Yeah.
Now the banana's good.
This is also coming from the guy. Never eat with your mouth full.
Never eat with your mouth full. Never talk with your mouth full.
Never talk with your mouth full. That's what it is. This is from the guy that just had a Carolina Reaper. Are we really going to listen to anything that he says?
Don't ever listen to me. All I am is a high school teacher.
Yeah, no kidding.
Agriculture high school teacher.
And you do a very good job.
One of the best high school programs anywhere.
It's a beautiful
And I
grounds.
love to brag because of my students.
He's got a
They're
lot
the
of
ones
stuff.
that
Give
make
yourselves a hand. Give yourselves a hand. Come on. Let people know that you're really here and I wasn't fibbing that there wasn't anybody that you guys were there. Okay, so with that being said, Steve List, it is always a pleasure. It was nice seeing you at the trade show the other day.
Yeah, it was fun. I rode your bicycle
He
all
stole
over
my
the place.
bicycle.
I did steal
he
it.
He didn't ride it. You guys see that picture? He stole, yeah, go online. He stole my bicycle.
I stole it.
Actually, it was a trike.
It was a trike, yeah.
Okay, so whenever we're out in the yard and garden, remember one very important thing: green side up.